Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm following in some footsteps of one of my all-time favorite Canadian vlogger, YouTuber extraordinaire. A couple months back, Carissa Pukas from Vancouver did a really thoughtful tag style video that really struck a chord with me. This video is basically just indulging you guys in some of the most sacred items that I own. I just want to kind of talk through some of my most precious items, those items you would grab had there been some kind of unfortunate circumstance. Knock on wood. Ugh. This kind of can give you a little bit better of an idea of who I am as a person and what I deem most cherishable. To start it off, I actually have one of the items lying on my lap. 26 years old and I still have a security blanket. That's right. No shame. I take it with me on vacations. I take it with me to my friend's house. I take it with me when I go back to visit my mom. I take the damn thing pretty much anywhere. I don't know what it is. Ever since I was younger, the feeling of this fabric between my fingers sets me at ease. It's literally the only thing I can think of that makes me the most comfortable in all of the world. Just gonna touch on a couple of these sacred items that I have between Justin, my boyfriend, and I. One of them being this box right here. Super cheesy, but filled to the brim with letters we've written each other in dire circumstances when we weren't able to be together. So, as you can see, there was a lot of communication going on between Justin and I over the years, and something about this box is just so heavy and so very deep and meaningful to me, so something that I will definitely cherish for many years to come. Feng Shui will have you know that keeping dead things in your home is supposed to be the opposite of comfort in some way, shape, or form. However, if you're anything like me, you will find the comfort in the dead things in your home. So something that I hang on to dearly is flowers that my loved ones give to me. Honestly, I just put them in these little jars after they've been dried out, and they make beautiful decorations, but they also mean something so heavy. And the last thing that has to do with Justin in particular is this framed photograph that I bought from a friend. I'm realizing now how dirty it is. I hope that's not translating onto the screen. However, my friend Erin used to take a lot of really cool modeling pictures of Justin back in the day. And when I saw this one was for sale at a local venue, I hopped on it. The venue owner ran up to Justin and made him sign it. Even though I told her, please don't do that. I think that would be really embarrassing. She still did it. Next up are these books right here. These are the Post Secret books. I don't know if you guys are aware of Post Secret, but it's a blog that was created many, many years ago where people are sending postcards with their secret in life with no return address. They're 100% anonymous, what your secret is, and the owner of the blog updates it every week. So he did decide eventually to start creating books where he puts the postcards from the secrets in the books, and I collected every single one of these. Truly, every Sunday reading the Post Secret blog made me feel connected with something bigger, with a lot more of my emotions. It just made so much sense to me. I spent so many hours of my teenage life on the Post Secret community chat forum, sit on the computer and talk to strangers all day long about the most intimate moments and times in our lives. It's wild. I actually have in one of these books shoved away multiple letters from pen pals that I had during the time of the Post Secret community. I have different drawings that me and my friends would make. I have different messages that I got that really like changed my life and helped me through some of my most dire circumstances. So honestly, this just reminds me why I'm still here and why depression didn't win. So Post Secret holds a really, really, really big place in my life. Something that may be seen as silly to find so sentimental to my heart is this huge, huge Ardene's bag full to the brim with old toys from my childhood. So I basically have one of every possible Ninja Turtle toy that you could probably find on the market from the 90s. I tried my best to keep them in decent condition. However, never plan to sell these, ever. They're so classic to my life. They remind me of a time when life was just so carefree and nobody told me that I couldn't play with Ninja Turtle toys, and nobody put me in this box where I had to be a certain way and I wasn't allowed to the creative freedom of complete lucidity, is that the word? Of like free-flowing fun as a kid. I'm hanging on to my toys. The next big pile of things, my photographs. In any way, shape, or form, I really love physical photographs. So in this little lime crime box, I do keep some of my most prized Fujifilm, I don't know how you would call them, kind of like Polaroid, Instax, you know what I'm talking about. These guys. I've got tons and tons and tons of these in here, as well as hanging all over my apartment, just because it comforts me. It reminds me of all the fantastic times that I thought were worthy of taking a photograph. Also take very great pride in developing photographs, even just coming from the camera or my phone. I'm always stopping by the kiosks to print out a few photos here and there. Even like back in the day when the Instagram photos came only in squares, I started printing out square photos and like pasting them to my wall. Like, I'm gonna look back at these as an adult and be like, why did we ever take photos in square format? But I developed them, I got them printed, and they just mean so much to me. I just can't even describe. Lately, I've been taking a lot of 35mm, I believe it's called, with me on my adventures out of province, out of city, and just having them all developed. And honestly, the result is magical. So you do not get photos this good with the beautiful, already filtered look. They're gorgeous. I've even taken up making photo album books with photos from all different times in my life. And I even have some from back when I was a young little adolescent teenager. I had this little photo album with Avril Lavigne on the front because I thought it was so cool buying those like K-Bop magazines, wasting my damn allowance all the time. Oh man, these are cringeworthy. I do not really want to show these to you. They're so bad. Here's a photo of me with my first ever boyfriend. So cute. I also have a photo album that my aunt, or cousin, sorry, made me back in the day, and it just has, oh my goodness, it's fallen apart. It just has photos of me as a baby. Just a wee little baby with my family, right after I was born. Photos of my grandparents that are no longer with us. Photos of my dad, who I don't get to see very often. So, stuff like that, you know? You just, You can't give these up. I also have a bunch of old notebooks from my grandfather. He has since passed quite a long time ago. Unfortunately, through a blood transfusion, he contracted hepatitis, the fatal kind. So basically, the hospital ended up killing him in the long run. They didn't know it was in the syringes of blood. It wasn't something they had ever tested for before. He was one of the people that originally got the disease and passed away. But while he was alive, he was wonderful, magical. I'm painting this beautiful image of him, of course, because he's my grandfather. And I never knew much about him until I get to read in his writing. These poetry books are just chock full of meaning and empathy and love and caring. I learned so much about my grandpa through these books and through these poems, and I'm just so utterly grateful that I have these things to hang on to and as a way to kind of get to know him, because he did pass when I was quite young, meaning I didn't really get to know the real him, just the grandpa who was sick and ill and falling apart. Keeping with the theme of my grandpa, he also gifted me this beautiful, beautiful blue guitar when I was quite young. Have I learned this guitar yet? No. Have I tried? Yes, multiple times. I've busted this out. I even for a while had the frets numbered because I wanted to learn it so badly. But the dedication just hasn't come yet. Eventually it will. My entire family is extremely musically inclined, and I know I have good rhythm. It's just never been the right time. My ticket stubs, you guys have seen an entire video where I list off every single band that's within this huge pile that I just dropped a few of. These pieces of paper are so sentimental to me. It means more to me than their tour shirt ever will. So that is it, guys. That is all that I could think up in the couple hours that I was brainstorming this morning. I'm sure I have a ton more important items in my home. However, I often find little nooks and crannies to hide them in, just to keep them, I suppose, safe. Something that I really need to put into action is just a centralized area of everything that I find near and dear to my heart, so that it can be saved in an entirety, right? Do you guys have any of those precautions in your home where the important items that you have are in a safe or all in one area? Let me know down below, as well as one of your most prized possessions in a comment. I would love, love, love to hear from you guys, especially regarding sentimental items. Honestly, it would make my day. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me, guys. I appreciate it so much. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys very soon. Take care.